What is going on, guys? I'm LaserBolt and welcome to another You've Been Lied To video. Now, it feels like I have to be making these videos now every single time a review comes out. Trust me, guys, I don't want to make these videos. I have other content to make, but it feels like I need to get the word out because you guys are being lied to and I feel bad. Like, I want it to stop. And today we're going to be talking about God of War Ragnarok. Now, I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have seen the reviews, and I actually predicted this. I said the game was going to get 10s, the game was going to get 9s, because we already know the pattern that goes into play when it comes to Sony games. If you don't give it a good review, you ain't getting a copy. Now, I played a total of 65 hours of this game. I've completed the majority of the side quests, and I gotta tell you one thing, my opinion for this game, I want to love the game, because not only do I love the God of War franchise, but I also love Norse mythology, and this kind of goes in hand, right? We get Norse mythology, we get a really good game. But guys, I have to be honest and I have to maintain my integrity. And we make reviews with the following statement. We are a no BS review. So I want to give it to you guys as straight as you possibly can. A couple of you have asked me, what does the BS stand for? It stands for barbecue sauce. For those of you who know barbecue, you know that when you want to sell a good barbecue, even though the meat sucks, you just slap barbecue on it and then just sell it. And people are like, oh man, this sauce is really good, even though the meat sucks. That's basically what we try to avoid. We don't sugarcoat anything. We try to keep it as real as we possibly can. Now, with that being said, guys, let's talk about the reason I believe you are being lied to and why you should probably consider your purchase or maybe go in with a different mindset when you decide to play this game. If you played God of War 2018, you already played God of War Ragnarok. That's just basically what it is, guys. God of War Ragnarok is just a better version of God of War 2018. Theoretically, what you're going to be playing, guys, should basically be considered an expansion to God of War 2018. Now, by me stating this, does this mean the game sucks? No. Does this mean you shouldn't play this game? No. It just means that your expectations need to come a little bit down from what you guys are being told by certain sites. Let's pull up IGN here and see what IGN has to say about the game. So IGN, guys, gives it a 10 out of 10. To me, a 10 out of 10 means the game is perfect. Now, is the game perfect? No. That's just honesty. It's not perfect. You can go watch any other reviewer that has reviewed this game. All of them will try to put some barbecue sauce, now that you know what it is, on saying, you know, don't worry, guys, if the combat system is the same as 2018. Don't worry if you guys experience some bugs. Don't worry if you guys experience some frame drops, because we only kind of experienced 3 to 4. But don't worry, guys. The game is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's just, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, guys. Let me give you a perfect analogy of exactly what God of War Ragnarok is. Let's pretend I went ahead and I bought a car in 2018. See what I did there? I went, bought this car, and now the car, I want to resell it. So what do? I take it to the dealer shop or I take it to a body shop and tell them, you know what, guys, I need you to slap the best looking paint on this car. I need you to clean the interior. I need new seats. I need a new set of wheels. I need new rims. And I want the car to look brand new, like if I just bought it off the dealership. Now, does that mean that the motor is brand new? No, it's running with the same motor. The only thing I did was slap a little bit of paint, slap some new wheels, slap some new rims, put in new seats, clean the carpet, clean the car out, but the car is still a 2018 car. I'm just trying to sell it in 2022. That is basically what God of War Ragnarok is. Now, does that mean the car is not good? No. Does that mean the car does not run? No. Does that mean that the car won't get you to point A to point B? No. It just means that the car is a 2018 car. And that is the point I am trying to make and trying to make you guys aware of, that this game is not a next-gen game. Now, don't take my word for it. Take it Sony's development's word for it, and let's go ahead and read what he has to say. Now, granted, one thing I did forget to mention is that they're actually charging you more money for a 2018 game made in 2022, but that's a different subject for a different time. I want to introduce you to a guy named Bruno Velasquez. Now, he's the animated director at Santa Monica Studios, working on God of War Ragnarok, and as you guys see right here, he actually states what he does. He says, I'm Bruno Velasquez, animated director at Santa Monica Studio. I've been in the gaming industry since 2002. Been lucky to work on God of War series, video games, and animations are my passion, and being in the industry with so much talent keeps me going. So he has worked in almost every single God of War Ragnarok game. Now, the reason I bring you into fruition is because he is literally saying what I am just telling you guys right now. And you're going to want to make sure you pay close attention to this, because we're going to go a little bit further in here on just a recent tweet he actually is discussing. Now, let's go over to this interview that they had.
We started making God of War and Ragnarok for PlayStation 4, and that was our goal, to make the best PlayStation 4 game that we could ever make, right? We wanted to take what we did on 2018 and just expand on it. One of the biggest things is we wanted to ensure that you visit all 9 realms, because in the previous game you were sort of teased, but now you get to go to all of them. So everything that we set out to do on the PS4, that was our goal, like we were able to accomplish. So the PS5 really is just more of a enhancement of the game that we already have. So now you have like 3D audio, the haptic feedback, the frame rate and the graphics look so much better on PS5, but the PS4 is better than 2018. So that was really our goal, to just make a great PS4 game and then just have an enhanced version in the PS5.
Now guys, this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Now you actually heard it from one of the developers. And interestingly enough, as I was making this video, this is a recent comment that got posted on one of his Twitter accounts. He actually replied to this comment. He says, "Oh, I see. And here I thought it meant dynamic looking content." So I was like, I wonder what this guy's talking about. So we actually click on it. He's actually referencing to this right here, guys, where a person called Genie Park states the following, which is what I am telling you guys right now, that basically God of War Ragnarok is a DLC. This is what Gina Park says. God of War Ragnarok is a Yakuza game reusing location assets to establish a sense of homestead and familiarity throughout the passage of time. A Bad Fate DLC compliance ignores the value this has in continuity. Now, what this actually means, guys, is they're quoting this particular part of a portion of an article that was posted in the Washington Post. It says, game reveals itself. It's then that you realize that the game, other great achievement, cultivating a sense of belonging across the 9 realms. The game reuses areas and digital assets from 2018 game. Guys, what more proof do you guys want? They're literally telling you that the digital assets from the 2018 God of War are being reused on this game. But much like the saga of Yakuza series, reusing of the same several city blocks throughout the 7 games, Ragnarok does this to establish a sense of familiarity. This extends to the post-game, where revisiting certain areas cause the characters to reflect on the journey and their history in these spaces. Kratos isn't just here as a mythological tourist, he actually likes spending time and building memories here. Basically, guys, is some of the 9 realms are assets that were already done in 2018 and just got polished to 2020. So this is what I'm trying to say, guys. You're hearing it from a developer, not only from me, but a developer of the game that you're playing, a 2018 game, which you're paying $70 for, and which every critic that you heard it here, except me, is giving this game a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. And I'm here thinking, why are people being lied to? I'm like, come on. Just it doesn't matter. If you want to give the game a 9, that's okay. I accept you giving the game a 9. If you want to give a game a 10, give the game a 10. But be honest with the community. I would, if I wanted to if I really enjoyed the game and I said, okay, this game is a 10 in my book, right? Because it's my personal opinion. This game's a 10. I'm going to tell you guys, this game's a 10. But guys, it's like if you were really playing God of War 2018. But to me, it's still enjoyable. It's still a 10. Problem I have is that the people who are writing these reviews or making these reviews don't tell you that. They want to sugarcoat it and say, put everything that the game has bad away. And don't worry about that. The game's still a 10 or a 9. So that is the problem I currently have. And that's why you guys see a couple of reviewers kind of go away from the digital number that you place on an actual game now, because they don't want to be held accountable for the actual giving it a 9, giving it a 10. But they do tell you to go play the game. So when someone tells you go play a game, that's like a 9 or a 10. They're telling you, yo, go play that game. You need to try this game. So that is the only issue I have currently right now with the game. And that's why I believe you're being lied to. Not only that, guys. Now, on top of that, guys, they're telling you this game runs in 4K. But for some reason, I don't know what it is with people, is they don't notice that these things have asterisks around them, right? So as we see here, guys, on the PlayStation side, it says favorable quality. So if you want to experience the best amazing looking quality of this game, guys, you got to play the game in native 4K. Do you guys know what native 4K means? Native 4K is not true 4K, okay? If you guys didn't know that, now you know. Now, you also get an asterisk here that says requires compatible 4K device. So if your TV is not 4K, then you can't play. That's okay. We're going to skim right through that one. The other thing that I find really interesting is that the one that you're able to play really, really good Once again, we get asterisks right there. It says requires HDMI 2.1 cable plus compatible device. And I'm here thinking to myself, are people not reading the little asterisks? Are they not seeing it? Because we have here right here for favorable performance, favorable quality, favorable performance quality, and favorable quality on the PlayStation 5, you need to have a monitor or a TV that supports 2.1. If you're playing this on the PlayStation 4, not only are you not getting favorable quality at 4K, you're not even getting favorable quality at 60 frames per second, which is what everybody's stating that should be the brand new standard, right? So the new standard should be 4K 60 frames per second. You guys aren't getting that if you're on the PlayStation 4. So you need a PlayStation 5 to play this game, which is cool because, I mean, PlayStation 5 is a really good console. But on top of that, you also need a TV or a monitor that has a 2.1 input, and you also need the cable. Theoretically, if you want to play God of War now and you don't have a PlayStation 5, first you need to find a PlayStation 5, which is okay. You need to spend like about $500, and then you need to spend another $400 to $500 on a monitor, or at least, like $800 on a TV, which in that case, you might as well just build a PC and be ready for when the game comes out on PC. Because eventually, I could guarantee you 100% this game will be out on PC probably next year, called God of War Ragnarok Remastered, with they'll slap a little DLC in there and tell you that now it has HDR and we're good to go. Hey, but you know what? They're going to charge you $70 for it, or maybe even $80, because the game prices are going to be going up. And unfortunately, I didn't want to make this video, but it seems like every time a review comes out, I'm having to make these videos because I am looking out for you, the consumer. Even though I enjoy gaming, even though I love Sony, and even though I love God of War Ragnarok, I have to be honest, and honesty is number one priority here on the channel. That's what we're all about. No barbecue sauce. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of the content. We will have content for God of War Ragnarok, though, guys. So don't worry. I will be playing the game, and I'll be bringing content for you guys. But I want to let you guys know before you dive in and actually go ahead and spend your hard-earned money and your time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.